What would happen if you stepped onto Mars without a spacesuit? Could you survive even for a few seconds? The Red Planet has fascinated scientists, dreamers, and space agencies for decades. But behind its rusty beauty lies a deadly environment that challenges everything we know about human survival. Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun, has always held a special place in humanity's imagination. It's our nearest planetary neighbor with surface features that resemble Earth's deserts and mountains. For decades, scientists have speculated about its potential to host life or become a second home for humanity. But to understand if humans could survive there without protection, we first need to compare its environment to Earth's. Mars has a thin atmosphere, composed mostly of carbon dioxide, about 95%. Its atmospheric pressure is less than 1% of Earth's, which means it's practically a vacuum by human standards. The average surface temperature on Mars is around -80 degrees Fahrenheit, or -60 degrees Celsius. But temperatures can fluctuate wildly, dropping as low as -195 degrees Fahrenheit at night near the poles. So what would happen if you suddenly found yourself on Mars without a spacesuit? Within seconds, you would experience rapid decompression due to the low pressure. Your bodily fluids, including saliva and the moisture in your eyes, would start to boil. But this isn't boiling from heat. It's a process called ebulism, caused by low pressure. Your lungs would expand and rupture if you tried to hold your breath. Even if you exhaled, oxygen deprivation would cause you to lose consciousness within 15 seconds. Then there's radiation. Mars has no magnetic field and only a thin atmosphere to block cosmic rays and solar radiation. Without protection, you would be exposed to deadly radiation levels that could severely damage your DNA within minutes. Prolonged exposure could lead to cancer, organ failure, or even acute radiation sickness. The planet's freezing temperatures would rapidly lower your core body temperature. Any exposed skin would freeze almost instantly, leading to frostbite within seconds. But ironically, you might not immediately feel the cold because you would already be unconscious. Perhaps the most obvious problem is the lack of breathable oxygen. Without oxygen, your brain cells begin to die within minutes. Even if you somehow survived the pressure drop, the oxygen deficit would kill you in a matter of minutes. Despite these brutal conditions, some extremophiles on Earth, like certain bacteria, can survive in extreme cold, high radiation, and low pressure. NASA and other space agencies study these organisms to better understand how life might adapt on Mars. Could partial protection, like an oxygen mask or insulated clothing, help? Not really. Without full body pressurization, the low pressure would still cause ebulism. You need a fully sealed, pressurized spacesuit to counteract the vacuum conditions. Even a tiny tear in your suit could be fatal. Some sci-fi movies depict characters surviving a few seconds without a suit. In reality, while you may remain conscious for 10-15 seconds, irreversible damage starts almost immediately. Current Mars mission designs include highly advanced, fully pressurized suits and habitats. These habitats would maintain Earth-like pressure, oxygen levels, and temperatures. Radiation shielding made from materials like polyethylene or even Martian regolith would be used. Looking ahead, researchers are exploring self-healing materials, advanced life support systems, and genetically engineered humans better suited for Martian life. CRISPR gene editing might one day help humans adapt to higher radiation levels. Some propose building entire underground colonies to avoid surface radiation altogether. Even if physical survival becomes possible, humans will face isolation, limited social interaction, and mental health challenges. Long-term missions could trigger depression, anxiety, or interpersonal conflicts. Some scientists dream of terraforming Mars to make it more Earth-like. Ideas include releasing greenhouse gases to warm the planet or building giant mirrors to reflect sunlight. However, these projects would take centuries, if not millennia. In short, humans cannot survive on Mars without a spacesuit, not even for a few seconds. The planet remains one of the harshest environments in the solar system. But with innovation, determination, and the right technology, we may one day call it home. If you found this exploration of Mars fascinating, don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing facts about space, science, and the mysteries of our universe.